Hello again, YouTube. Dave back at the bench again, working on our FPV goggles, our first-person view display goggles, or head-mounted display, however you want to call it. Got my stuff in, going to assemble the goggles today. This is going to be the case for them. This is a deal that I got on eBay. It's actually for the Google Cardboard apps to turn your phone into a virtual reality device, and it's kind of neat. Did try that out before I started my build here, but that was like 16 bucks shipped from California. Got it in about 4 days total. Nice foam on it. It's comfortable. It's very light. And what I liked about it when I started looking for something to do this with was it does have a top of the head strap. So if I do put some heavier stuff on here, like a transmitter or something, this is going to help hold this this goggle system in the right position, so it doesn't walk down. So what we have done, I showed you in the earlier videos, we have two 3.5-inch project screens that I found. Again, I found these for 15 bucks a piece shipped. You're going to have to look around for them. They are on clearance. I am going to, I will link to them down in the comments as soon as I get that back up. So, done a couple of things on them. Again, modified the input boards. These are them. Put both yellow wires to one of them so I can turn both screens on and off at the same time. And then one red and one black wire have to stay on the separate control board. I have not figured out how to get it down into one board yet. Going to still play with that a little bit. Show you what we're doing. So, with our goggles, the first thing that I did is I opened them up, and there is a little suction cup pad that goes there, and I'll probably clean this up, but I peeled that off, and I'll tell you what, I got lucky. Let me show you here real quick. I'll be right. Let me get these in place and I'll show you what I mean by I got lucky. Okay, so here is why I got lucky. If you'll notice, I've got the two screens in there. I did use some electrical tape in the center to tape the two together. You do have to make sure that they're facing the right direction, but they are absolutely a perfect fit in this casing. There is zero room to play with at this point, other than the top and the bottom of the screens there. But other than that portion, they are a perfect fit. Now, there were no dimensions on this box on YouTube, so I just kind of made a purchase, and I figured if they didn't fit, then and give them to the kids so they could play the virtual reality games for it. So the boards go in, the screens go in side by side, and they're perfect. The boards are on, and let me go get some double-sided tape, and we'll tape the boards down to the backs of the screens. Okay, so the tape that I'm using is 3M, the clear silicone VHB, very high bond, double-sided tape. I absolutely love this stuff. I use this stuff for almost everything that I do that I need double-sided tape. The other one is the gray foam type tape from 3M, the outdoor mounting tape. This stuff holds about 5 pounds. Whereas the other tape will hold, I think, 10 or 15 pounds. So this is more than enough for what we're doing right here. So I'm going to get that put in, and we'll show you what. All right, I've got my tape fixed in place. Just found a spare or an open spot on the board. no big deal. Do it however you want to. And of course, you know, the worst part about this tape is trying to get the backing peeled off, especially when you're holding a camera. So I'm gonna do that, stick these in place, and then we'll move on. Okay, I have my boards taped in place, and let's go ahead and put our cables back on here. And very simple, you have to do the key the right way. If you don't, it won't let you. So again, let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so for the moment, we're going to leave the display control boards outside of the box and close it up. You see my video cable in here with the extension. Here's my power. That's going to go in. Nice thing is they gave us these two nice slots to put cords through, like headphone cords or what have you. So I'm just going to close the box up, and there it is. So everything's in there. Now, the first time that I did this, I always, before I do these builds, I go ahead and mock everything up and check it and make sure that it's going to be okay. So the first time that I put it together, I found out that I was getting two images. So I could not get the two images to overlap and turn into one. So I did a couple of things trying, and I came upon a $2 fix for the lenses. So here are the lenses, and I'm not sure what magnification they are. Like I said, there's no specs on these goggles out of the box, but so I'm not sure what the magnification is right out of the box. So what I did is I played around a little bit. I was at the dollar store the other day getting some foam just to build spacers, or if that kind of stuff, if I needed it. And I found these Frenzel sheet magnifiers. So there's one with the cutout, and this was at the dollar store. Again, $1. So I found that it was specifically at Dollar Tree, if you have one of those. And so we got those. And what I did was I cut them out, cut out the center of the lens, and put it in place of the lens that came in the goggles. And that didn't work. Okay, so I needed more magnification to get a longer focal length. So I took the original lenses, I put the Frenzel lenses inside here, cut them to shape, and there's a little spacer that goes on to trap the original lens. And then I took the original lens and hot glued it on the outside of that spacer. So now I have the magnification that I need to get my focal lengths right. So again, it cost me 2 of these little page magnifiers and some hot glue to get this fixed. So let me pop these into place. Okay, so there's the lenses in place, and that's it. The goggles are built for the most part. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to, you can probably see the lines drawn on there. I'm going to mount those control panels below the screen that it controls. Punch some holes through here, and I will post a little follow-up once I get that done. I'm powering it off of a 3-cell LiPoly. The screens will work down to 5 volts. So I may go to a 2-cell. But with a 3-cell, you'll get longer runtime because it'll pull less amps than a 2-cell. Two cell will be a little bit shorter runtime, but on the flip side of that, there's not as much heat from the board bucking the voltage down to where it's usable for the screen. So that's my build, and including the fix for the lenses, I have 45, 47, 48 bucks in this thing. So for the two lenses, the goggles, the Frenzel lenses, everything all in, 48 bucks, so under 50 bucks. I have a transmitter and receiver system coming in. That's going to be, or that's $47 or so. So grand total full FPV system for less than 100 bucks. I will put the sources on here, and just happy tinkering, have fun. I will show you, actually, let me do that real quick. You can see the individual pixels with this magnification, but doesn't look bad enough that I think that it's going to be a big problem. And like I said, I'm just getting into first-person view, so if I don't like it, I'll spring for more expensive stuff. But if I don't like it, then there was no point on spending 300 bucks and then turning around and selling it for half that. So, good flying, guys. I'll talk to you soon.